Well, parking has become such an issue in Bayonne, New Jersey, that the city just announced it's expanding parking enforcement to 24 hours a day.
Yeah, our Pix 11's Corrado explains why it's such a problem and whether residents think this is the right solution.
If you take a drive around Bayonne, you'll notice a lot of new construction. It's fantastic for the economy, but it's a real problem for parking.
You could ride around for a half hour or more to try to get parking.
Parking spaces in Bayonne are hard to come by, so much so that the city is willing to splurge on 24/7 parking enforcement to make it better.
None of us want to go out to do anything because when we come back, there's no parking.
The problems stem from newer residential buildings whose tenants are not allowed to park on the street because the properties were built with on-site garages. But the city says people are skirting the rules, parking on the street overnight after enforcement stops. It's taking away valuable spaces from residents with parking permits who otherwise wouldn't have a place to park, like Jessica Sanabria.
I don't live in a condo building. I just live in a two-family home. It's tough, really tough on the block. It's always, if you don't come home earlier than 3, you're not finding a spot on my block at all.
Sanabria's client lives in one of those newer condo buildings. She doesn't have a car, but she understands why her neighbors sometimes skip the garage.
There's not always parking available in the building, especially if you have more than one car. And the other issue becomes that, the price. Some people already are paying so much for the apartment.
It's a problem for pedestrians, too, who have to navigate around illegally parked cars.
If there's cars parked at the end of the street, yes, he is trained, but he still doesn't know until he gets past that parked car if there's an oncoming car.
Lifelong resident Blanche LeBright says more parking tickets won't solve the problem.
They just take the tickets off the car. I just gave a ticket to a cop the other day.
She says the answer is simple enough. More space.
We need parking lots. A big parking lot we need.
24/7 enforcement begins on May 12th. There will just be warnings given out at first, but starting June 16th, that's when parking enforcement officers will start writing tickets. Reporting in Bayonne, New Jersey, I'm Corrado, Pix 11 News.
If you missed DVD